How's it going? This is Cloud Chief, and in today's video we are going over Bastok Rank 2 missions. Now if you're trying to get through these missions very quickly, it's very likely that if you go talk to the gate guard that he will not have the 2-1 mission, which is called the Crystal Line. If this is the case, go ahead and go to the NPC that gives you Signet and trade him some crystals for some rank points. This should then allow you to have the mission when you go back and talk to the gate guard. So once you have the mission, the Crystal Line flagged, go ahead and make your way to Metalworks, and we want to go ahead and talk to Sid. You can find Sid at H8 in Metalworks. After talking to Sid, you want to make your way to one of the crags, either Hala, Dem, or Mia. And basically you will need another crystal at this point. You want to make your way to the actual Crag of Dem and trade a crystal to the telepoint. This should actually drain the crystal and you will get an item, the Faded Crystal. Once you have the Faded Crystal, head back to Sid at Metalworks and go ahead and trade it to him, and he will give you the key item, the CL Report. At this point, head all the way over to the corner at K7 and talk to Iam in the cannery, and this will go ahead and finish the mission for you. So, since we're trying to get through these missions as quickly as possible, 2-2 is an optional mission, so we're going to go ahead and skip it. So at this point, it's very likely you would need to go trade some more crystals to the Signet NPC unless you traded a bunch in the first place. Once you've traded enough crystals to the Signet NPC so that way you can get the mission, the Emissary, from the gate guard, you are then ready to go. At this point, go ahead and head to Metalworks and go talk to Naji, who is at J8. Once you talk to him, you will get a cutscene. Getting near the end of the cutscene, you will be allowed to ask a series of questions. Once you finish that up, you're then told you need to head to Sandy and Windurst. So at this point in the missions, there are multiple paths you can go, and there's different things you would do on each path. I'm just going to go over what I think is the quickest method in my opinion. So first we need to go ahead and travel to Sandoria. Hopefully you've been there and picked up a home point crystal. If you have not, hopefully you have picked up a Unity at this point and acquired a little bit of Unity points. That way you can go ahead and just use the Unity warp to go ahead and warp there. So if you haven't been there, go ahead and talk to the Unity NPC and say that you want to teleport to a fight, and go ahead and pick the level 99 fight and then say that you want to be teleported to East Ronafair. Once you're there, head north until you go ahead and zone into Sandy. After that, go ahead and make your way through South Sandoria to North Sandoria. Once you make it to North Sandy, you now need to go to the Consulate of Bastok. You can find this at K10. Once you make it to the office, you want to first go talk to Baraka at the front desk. After that, you want to head around back and go talk to Heliku. So after that, you want to go ahead and head out and head north to Chateau d'Argueux, which is at H9. Once you zone in, go ahead and speak to Halver. After that, he's going to send you out to Gelzeba Outpost. You can get to Gelzeba Outpost by going to West Ronafair E4. Once you're in the outpost, just make your way all the way up to H7 and go ahead and take out War Chief Veget, which will be a notorious monster. Once you do that, just go ahead and head back to the Consulate office of Bastok. Once you're back at the office, go ahead and speak to Heliku again, and they will go ahead and send you off to Windurst. At this point, you want to go ahead and warp to Windurst if you have a home point there. Otherwise, you want to go ahead and head back to Bastok and use your Unity warp again. Now warp to East Saruta Varuta. Once you're there, just go ahead and head southwest until you zone into Windurst. Once you're in Windurst, you want to go ahead and make your way to Port Windurst, which is where the Consulate of Bastok is. Once there, go to F6 and then speak to Melik, who is through the door on the right hand side. Next, you need to make your way to Windurst Walls. Once you are there, you want to go to H7 to zone into Heaven's Tower. At this point, just proceed forward until you get to the front desk and speak to Kupipi. At this point, Kupipi will give you the key item, Dark Key. From here, you want to make your way out to Gideus. To get there, you want to go out to Westerruta Baruta, and then you can zone in there heading south at F8. Once you zone into Gideus, you're trying to make it to F12. So from here, you pretty much just want to keep heading south. But make sure from the first path when you come in, you hug the right wall and you're heading west. After that, you can pretty much just keep heading south until you eventually hit F12. A map will greatly help with this because there are some twists and turns, but for the most part, it is pretty straightforward. Once you hit F12, you will zone into Balzgadeus, which is where you will do a Burning Circle fight. Go ahead and examine the Burning Circle and then select the mission Emissary, and you will go ahead and enter and get a small cutscene. Afterwards, you will be fighting against a dragon and an INM. I recommend that you are at least level 25 for this fight. Once you're ready, go ahead and enter and then summon your trusts. I recommend taking the eye out first, then going ahead and fighting the dragon. If you are on a mage job that has sleep, you can actually sleep the dragon relatively easily. If you don't have sleep, one good strategy would be to engage on the dragon first, so that way your tank trust will go ahead and get hate, and then going and switching to the eye and trying to burn it down. That way your tank should hopefully keep hate on the dragon for most of the fight while you're burning down the eye. After that, just go ahead and take out the dragon, and congratulations for clearing one of your first BCNM fights. Once you are done with the fight, make your way back to Port Winders to the consulate office and go speak to Malek again. At that point, she will tell you to go back to Bastok. At this point, go ahead and speak to Naji outside the president's office. And congratulations, you are now rank 3 and have your adventurer's certificate. This is a big step forward in your adventuring through Vana'diel, so congratulations. I hope you guys got some value out of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and may you have success in all you do.